Chris, and I'm going to talk to you about the high roller today. So basically, this is designed for prone paddle surfing and with the foil. Awesome board. But I want to give you a little bit of what I think I see the future of foil surfing to be. Right now, we're seeing an adoption of foil surfing, but most places you'll probably go, you'll still find these guys out there that basically are either scared of the foil or don't want you there because you have a foil on your board. And I feel that hopefully in the next 5, maybe 4 years, we're going to see a much bigger adoption rate for foiling. And the main thing I think is great about foiling is the fact that, one, you get to be that beginner again, even though that sounds bad, and a lot of people probably like, well, I'm a very good surfer, and I don't need to try to learn something new. You sometimes forget about that first time you ever caught your very first wave and that feeling you get. Well, with foiling, you get to relive that all over again. But on top of that, as you're going through that learning stage, you're going to find that you have way more freedom with a foil than you ever did with any surfboard. Biggest thing, if you look at the way surfing has gone, you notice that a lot of surfers now go with a thicker board, more floaty board. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to ride longer, they're trying to connect waves and stuff. But with foiling, you get that 10 times. And on top of that, and why I want to talk to you right now, is that we're doing it on smaller boards than you ever even thought of, right? So in my hands right here is the 4.0 high roller. This thing is by far the sickest of boards. This board here is going to be my personal board that I'm going to use for surfing. Now, is this board for everybody? I don't think so, at least not in the beginning. So what I want to show you here is the big brother to the 4.0. This right here is the 5.2 high roller, and this board is probably the board I'm going to recommend most of my guys get, especially here in Galveston and in Texas waves and stuff. But basically, it's going to give you a lot more board, make you a little bit more confident getting out there. It's only a 5.2, by the way, so it's really, again, not that much bigger. But having the size of the board underneath you makes you feel a little bit more confident, I find. And also giving you a little bit more thickness is going to allow you to catch those little bit smaller, a little bit more mushy waves, which is basically what you want to be catching. I've gotten a chance to ride one of our customers who got this board, and by far, I gotta say, it is the most fun board I've ridden by far. And one of the reasons why is that, you know, that pumping that you see everyone doing, well, it's not that easy, right? You struggle at it, it takes time to learn it. But on this board, I felt like I was cheating. Honestly, to pump this thing, felt like I was on like a rocket ship, just super easy to pump. Basically pumping around in circles out in the waves. And it's mainly due to, I think, the way the deck is shaped and everything. You have this nice flat profile in the center, but then the rails are raised on the outside. So
turn a little bit there.
Yeah. So basically, with this rail raised part, it helps bring your foot and everything in balance towards the middle of this board. So at all times when you're riding this thing, it feels super solid, locked in. Honestly, like, I would go so far as without straps on it, feels like you're riding with possibly straps. It is a really, really fun board. Another cool thing about this board is this rail right here. So if you look at it, it actually looks a lot like a boat hull, as like a ski boat would have or something like that. And what this hull does for you, or this rail does for you, is it creates lift earlier in the wave. So basically, I find that with foiling, one of the biggest things that you want to be able to do is pop up as soon as you can. If you can pop up sooner, you can be on a more mellow wave, help get you going, get you into that wave. And this right here, I find channels the water beautifully. So as you're catching that wave, it just really wants to make the board rise up and put you onto that wave as soon as possible.
You're going to the 4.0 high roller. Now, your first board was a foil mount. What size was that?
So I had a foil mount on a 6.0 surfboard.
And then from there, so you kind of learned to surf on that. And then from there, what was your next board?
So from there, my next board was a 4.6 Takuma Mini.
And the leader, what was the leaders on?
And the leaders of that was 34.
34. And then what's the 4.0 in liters?
The 4.0 in liters is 39 liters.
39. So you just keep, or this is 39?
No, 29.
29, yeah, that's what I thought. So you keep going down in liters.
You keep going down.
Yeah, because even if you're a really, really good surfer, this isn't something you want to start with. It's going to be a...
Yeah, so this is something that you will, in your foiling career, hopefully, you're going to end up gravitating towards boards like this. But this is definitely not, I would definitely not think of it as a board you want to start off with. But if you've been foiling for a little while and you're looking for that next board that's like, man, I see all these guys on these super tiny boards, they look super fun, I would definitely recommend this 4.0.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so another cool thing about these boards is these are completely carbon fiber construction. So their weight is super lightweight and also super, super durable. So yeah, again, definitely awesome construction, and for the price that you're getting for these boards, I mean, it's literally, yeah, I mean, it's close to a high-end surfboard, yes, but what you're getting, I think, is way surpassed that.
So deck pads are wax?
Yeah, so deck pads are wax. I have always been a wax man myself. So me personally, on most of my boards, I've been using wax. But since I've crossed over a lot into kiteboarding more with my boards, I find deck pads are kind of nice for the fact that you don't have to worry about re-waxing the board every time you go out. But here's the benefit for foiling. Foiling, I think, is really gained towards pads versus wax. And the reason why I think pads are better for foiling is that you can place a pad exactly where your foot needs to go. So having a knowledge like point on the board where you know this is where my foot needs to be is super, super beneficial. So you'll find like on foiling boards, you're not going to be moving your feet around as much as you would on like a surfboard. So really, you kind of figure out the placement of where your foot's going to go, and then you put a pad right there, and then from there on out, you know exactly the placement of that pad. If you're not sure where to place a pad, I would recommend maybe put some wax down on the board, go out, ride a few sessions, and just see where your foot input is. And then from there, if it feels good that you're foiling on it and you know where that foot is, scrape that wax off, put down your pad right there, and you're good to go. Yeah, but yeah, these are the two boards here. They have one more size, 4.6, probably for a more medium built guy and such. The 4.6 is probably going to be more of a board that most people want to go with. But like I said, I mean, if you're getting into the sport and everything and you just want to have a nice fun board, this 5.2, I would definitely look at this 5.2 as a board.
Once again, thanks for watching. If you need anything hydrofoil related or otherwise, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 281-508-6485 or check us out online at HoustonKiteboarding.com. Thanks.